Hey, it's Arrow, and this is Vocal Defrag. Vocal defragging is asking the questions and then questioning the answers. I'm doing it vocally, but I also do it inside a journal, which I began in November of 2017. You don't know yourself. The reason being is because you don't ask yourself questions. What you do is you allow the mind to write stories and reactions to other people without ever knowing the truth behind it. The research that I put into human emotions is just through the roof. And the reason being is because I'm in the public eye, I'm out in the public at all times, and I want to be able to understand and have compassion for those that I come in contact with. I don't want to sit there and go, me. And so I ask the questions and I question the answers, and I do the same exact thing even when I'm in a conversation with the public. I show interest in their lives because when you start asking yourself questions, it kind of entices you or inspires you to want to learn about those people around you. I call it vocal defragging because we're doing it on a smartphone. I'm on what's called a transition walk through this beautiful forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina. A lot of amazing, brilliant things move through you when you put yourself inside a forest or on a city street when you're walking because your heart is pumping. You're breathing heavier. There's a lot more to you. And so it's like you're receiving all this stuff. But what are you going to do with it? Ask the questions, question the answers, get to know who you are. This is vocal defragging. A thought came to me this morning during my normal morning pages. Morning pages are those things that I learned how to do while studying the word of Julia Cameron and the artist way. 3 pages a day. Just let your subconscious mind just do its thing. Just let it happen. And you'll grow from it because when you don't have any barriers around you and the judges are away and the wet blankets aren't anywhere near you, what happens is that you begin to think and plan things out in a process of progress. So what came to me this morning was I truly feel something very spiritual is moving through me. But as a writer, I can't do anything but wait. Because if I push words onto a page, I cannot call it universal. Whew. Yeah, have you had those moments? Universal, spiritual, godlike, whatever you want to call it. You know it's on the edge and it's tapping on your heart. But if I go and I start writing inside my journals what I think it is, well, assumption could come up and kick my ass. I don't want that to happen. What I want to do is know what it is. Will I find it on this transition walk? Will I find it when I get into the public eye and somebody will say something to me and I'll go, Jesus, that's it. That's exactly what I was supposed to receive today. Now the question is, what are you going to do with it? Questions lead to answers. Answers need to be questioned. So when you're feeling something of empowerment, inspiration, so often we will take it in, but we don't know what to do with it. Today I'm listening to, it was so funny, I asked Alexa, can you please play me some elevator music? Well, Alexa and elevator music, as I grew up listening to it, 2 completely different things. Elevator music was orchestrated music. Like John Williams. And that was elevator music to me when I was a kid. Well, Alexa today gave me the style of elevator music that was jazz. Kenny G, Dave Koz. And for some reason, my heart needed to hear that. And so I wonder, when you receive something spiritual and you allow it to just tap on your heart, how do you react when it doesn't move into your heart? Do you put on your favorite songs? Do you ignore the emotion? Because if you ignore the emotion, you could be missing out on something very, very special. And it's like, oh, God, I had an idea this morning, but for the love of God, I don't remember it anymore. So what I try to do and what I'm trying to inspire you to do is that when you feel something of importance on the outside of your body and you know it's something that you could use as a tool, maybe not today, maybe in a week, a month, what you need to do is take a note. Write things down. Question why you think you're receiving this tapping on the heart. You may not know what it is right now, but it's on its way in. Listen to some music that allows you to step free of the same 5 oldie songs that you love listening to, but sometimes you still got to change the channel because how many times can you hear Foreigner Waiting for a Girl Like You? So put yourself in a moment of maybe meditation. My meditation is Nidra. Boy, if you ever want to get inside the mind, body, and soul in ways that nobody else and nothing else is going to offer, please study Nidra. Don't just do Nidra. What I'm inviting you to do is study Nidra. Get the books, understand what it is, understand the different layers that you're going to move through, and more importantly, the moods that you're going to be introduced to, and you're going to go, oh my God, I never thought about that. I guess I really do deal with that. So that's the problem with today's processing, is the fact that we don't know where we're going to go when we need to do it. And so what we have to do is that we have to be able to stand up and allow ourselves to grow. But how often do you get that moment in your heart where it says, I don't want to grow. I like the way I am right now. I don't want to change. Well, sadly, the human body was designed to do exactly that, to change. We're supposed to be evolving. And when you ignore what you're evolving with, that's when we have challenges. That's when we have bad days. That's when we look at each other in the mirror and we go, no, I don't like you today. I'm going to find a different shirt to wear. I'm going to go buy something from Amazon. So, back to the beginning. When something is knocking on your heart and you know that it's not entering just yet, instead of being the writer that's going to just write whatever you want or think whatever you want in that moment of now, the goal is to teach yourself to wait patiently, to be aware of the changes that are going to happen to you as you are receiving this word and or message. Because if you write it out, if you post it on social media, is it really something universal that moved through you? Or is it just you thinking, assuming? Well, it must be, because I felt that in the moment. When do you know it's the physical moment of that message reaching through you so that it can reach others? You've got to ask the questions, and then you've got to question the answers. And the more, don't you dare dig, the more that you listen without digging, all of a sudden you begin growing. Vocal defragging. Pick up a smartphone and just talk in the recording device. Or you can do what I also do, which is a journal just called defragging. Learn to ask the questions. Question the answers. Hello, the new you. I'm Arrow, and that's Vocal Defrag.